Hey everyone, welcome back to Kingdom Lifestyle. My name is Krista and it is so good to be with you guys today. So I have a word for you guys today, but first I want to make an announcement. If you have not booked your one-on-one coaching session with me, do it right now. I've got it linked below. It is in the Faithia app. It will ask you to download the app and then you will just look up Kingdom Lifestyle. It'll take you to our page and you'll be able to book directly through there. It's pretty simple. Right now, we are seeing so much transformation. We are just like breakthrough, and we do prayer and we talk about everything. And it has just been such a beautiful, fruitful thing. And it's just like amazing. So get your session booked today. And I can't wait to talk to you. So the word, so this is what I feel like God has been really been putting on my heart. So there's so many people right now that, are hearing from the Lord and there's people that they're hearing from the Lord and they're being told what to do, but it's like there's kind of like no follow through with it. And so I feel like what God is saying to a lot of people is that you need to stand in faith and contend for your destiny and for your blessings. So for a lot of you, a kingdom spouse, AKA the one that God has for you. People ask me about that term. It is not in the Bible. It's just something that we say because it's an easy way to sum up the one God has for you. So it's not this mysterious thing. It's just like, that's just what we call it. I don't know. It's like your kingdom spouse. It's the one. It's the kingdom one, it's not the worldly one. But anyway, so many people are getting words about that. They're hearing from the Lord about that. They're getting confirmations about that and really feeling like God is telling them who they're going to be with. But what is missing for a lot of people is that it's not that you don't have the blessing. It's not that God's not doing it for you. It's not that it's not right there, but it's possibly not the right time. And God is wanting you to contend for it. He is wanting you to declare it and to decree it every day. He's wanting you to speak life over your situation. And I think so many times there are people who they hear it, they know it, and they kind of go into confusion or like doubt and unbelief just because they're not seeing it happen immediately, which is perfectly understandable. But there's a way that you can stir up your faith and that you can build yourself up. And the way you do that is declaring it and decreeing it. If you know God is speaking that to you, like if you are hearing from the Lord and you really believe that this is what he's saying and he's confirming it to you, declare it and decree it. Decree a thing and it will be established. And so, even like down to like what you're listening to, like make sure that like you're listening to songs and things that are building up your faith. So when you repeat it, you're speaking that out into the atmosphere. So songs that are worship songs that give life, that are about promises, that are about the things of God. When you are singing those songs, you're declaring those things out. And those things are what you keep on repeat. So if you find a song that you love and you keep listening to it, but like it's a worship song and it's a really amazing song and it's talking about bringing things down from heaven and God doing amazing things in your life, like you're decreeing and declaring that out over yourself. There's been so many times where I've looked back and thought, I wonder the impact that the music I listen to and sing, I wonder what kind of impact that actually has had on the results that I've gotten like in my life and the fruit that I've seen. Because it's like, if I'm not actually declaring and decreeing, or I'm not actually praying about it, then it's like I'm singing about it. You know what I mean? And so it's like you're always reinforcing that. You're always speaking life out over your situation, over the promises that God has for you, over your life. You're covering yourself in it, you're covering your environment in it, and it's just so important. So I just want to remind somebody today, if you feel like you're just kind of going into like confusion or doubt and unbelief because you know what God's saying to you, but you're not seeing anything happen, there is something so amazing that you can do in the waiting, and it is declaring and decreeing his promises that he's telling you. It's standing in faith, it's contending for what God has, and it's saying, no, I am going to speak this thing out, and then I'm going to pray about it. the randomly throughout the day, I'm going to declare and I'm going to decree it. I'm going to believe for this thing because I believe that God will do what he said he will do. And so I think for some people, it's just like that's kind of that missing piece. So if that is for you, then put that in your back pocket. You know, today I really felt like the Lord putting Psalms 144 on my heart. And it was like, you know, the Lord has taught my hands to war. There are times where it's like you have to war for your blessings. You have to war for what you know is yours, and you have to take back that territory. And I feel like this is definitely meant for some people that you're in that waiting period and you don't quite know what to do. And that doubt and that unbelief is kind of starting to sit in, and it is time to contend for what God has told you about. It is time to declare and decree it. It's time to be careful about what you're letting in and what is coming out of your mouth. You want to cover your atmosphere in life, in words that give life, words that line up with where God is taking you, and nothing less. Because when you're in that waiting season, it is very, very important what you do with it. And God is having you wait for a reason. And so being very intentional with that time and being very smart with that time is what you need to do. And that's how you take an 11-day journey, and like the children of Israel, you know, coming out of Egypt, going to the promised land, you know, it was an 11-day journey and it took 40 years. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted to take 11 days. No, 40 years. So that's one of the ways that you get from where you're at to your promised land the quickest, is whenever nothing is really happening, you make things happen. You stir up the spirit. You stir up things in the spirit realm so they can come here. And so that is one of those things that I really feel like people need to understand that are in that season of life, and I think is extremely helpful. And I really feel like God was wanting me to impart that today. So I hope that this blesses you guys. I know that it blessed me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.